This is my final presentation for IDT 3600, and we are going to talk about the IDT standards for teachers and how they have been incorporated in some of the activities that we've done over this semester. I'm going to give a further detailed example or explanation of what each standard is, and then give an example of how we incorporated, or how Ms. Knowles incorporated each standard into at least two of our activities over the semester. So the first standard is facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. Teachers do this by using their knowledge of subject matter, teaching and learning, and technology to facilitate experiences that advance students' learning and creativity and innovation in both face-to-face and virtual environments. The second, design and develop digital age learning experiences. Teachers design and develop and evaluate authentic learning experiences and assessments, incorporating contemporary tools and resources to maximize content learning and context, and to develop the knowledge, skills, and attitudes identified in the standards. The third, model digital age work and learning. Teachers exhibit knowledge, skills, and work processes representative of an innovative process in global and digital societies. The fourth is promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility. Teachers understand local and global societal issues and responsibilities in an evolving digital culture and exhibit legal and ethical behavior in their professional practices. And the last one is to engage in professional growth and leadership. Teachers continuously improve their professional practice, modeling lifelong learning, and exhibit leadership in their school and professional community by promoting and developing the effective use of digital tools and resources. So the first one is facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. I felt as though the concept map that we had to build and the comic strip that we had to make went under this standard, because the concept map was parallel with promote and support and model creative and innovative thinking and inventiveness, because students had to come up with their own math facts that would help them achieve a better understanding of this standard right here that I picked for them, which is use multiplication and division within 100 to solve word problems in situations involving equal groups, arrays, and measurement quantities by using drawings and examples with the symbol for the unknown number to represent the problem. Which is basically like algebra, but as you can see, this is a third grade standard. So it's very, very basic algebra, but still, in a sense, is definitely still algebra. So I made sure that my students understood what order of operation was, algebra was, addition, multiplication, and division. And for our comic strip, I felt as though that it was parallel with promote students' reflection using collaborative tools to reveal and clarify students' conceptual understanding and thinking and planning and creative processes. This definitely was parallel with this part of this standard, because the students had to use at least 3 pictures or 3 comic strip pictures to present a concept that they understood that went along with this standard right here. So I had my students explain the concept of a factor family, and I definitely feel as though this went parallel with this, like I said, because it says promote student reflection using collaborative tools to reveal and clarify students' conceptual understanding. So basically, have your students show you that they understand a concept, and this is exactly what this did. The second one is design and assessments develop digital age learning experiences. I picked the Weebly and the WebQuest. The Weebly I picked because I felt as though it fell under both of these parts of the standards. The first one is develop technology-enriched learning environments that enable students to pursue their individual curiosities and become active participants in setting their own educational goals, managing their own learning, and assessing their own progress. I felt as though the Weebly went along with managing their own learning and assessing their own progress, because the Weebly is literally an online portfolio, so it is there to document the student's progress in a class, and it is there to document their learning as well. So this is a way for students to be able to go back and look at the things that they've learned, and also use it for reflection. So the third part that I felt as though this went parallel with was customize and personalize learning activities to address students' diverse learning styles, working strategies, and ability to use digital age tools and resources. And I felt as though this was parallel, the Weebly was parallel with this, is because it says customized and personalized learning activities. And the Weebly did just this. You had to personalize your whole portfolio. Like the background that I picked that. I picked my title, I picked my picture, I did everything to build this, which in turn is customizing and personalizing. And this is a learning activity, but it's also a portfolio, it's also a form of assessment. So I definitely enjoyed the Weebly. I had a lot of fun making it, and I definitely feel as though this goes parallel with this third part of the standard. And the second example that I picked was the web quest. I picked the web quest because I felt as though it went parallel with the second part. The first part that I read off, develop technology-enriched learning environments. And I felt as though this went under this because it says they become active participants in setting their own educational goals and managing their own learning. And the web quest did this because it was inquiry-led based learning. So the students literally had to go and research and find out things before they could complete the assignment, which makes them an active participant in managing their own learning. So that's why I picked these two things to go along with this standard. And the third standard is model digital aid work and learning. I felt as though the web quest also did this because it communicated relevant information and ideas effectively to the students. And it did this because it was like, hey, this is what we're learning, this is going to be our task, and you need to do this by the end of it. This is what it needs to look like, you know. So I definitely felt as though this communicated the relevant information needed to complete this assignment and to understand the standard that we've been working on. And the second thing that I picked was this video of how to make an array using Word documents. And I picked this because this definitely is a student demonstrating fluency in technology systems and the transfer of current knowledge to new technologies and situations. So everything that we've been learning in class about the arrays and multiplication and stuff, this is moving that knowledge from paper to digital work and showing that you can effectively do this without anybody's help. And so this definitely is demonstrating fluency in technology. The fourth one, promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility. I picked the video that we had to upload to YouTube for our video capture for Unit 12 because the fourth part of this standard says develop and model cultural understandings and global awareness by engaging with colleagues and students of their cultures using digital age and communication and collaboration tools. As a teacher, if you're going to have your students upload something on YouTube, you have to go over the responsibilities of the student as the person that is being recorded in the video. You have to be politically correct. You have to, show respect. You need to sound educated. This is all for educated matter. And the biggest thing with YouTube is the fact that it's such a big platform. You have such a huge audience. It's very important for you to be a model in how to be on the internet. And the second thing that I picked was we had to do interactive learning activities. So we had to pick like 10 different websites for our students to go to. And I picked Free Rice as one of my websites because it's a really cute website and it's really fun, but also because it really helps the students become globally aware of things. So I also felt as though it went parallel with this part of the standard. Teachers understand local and global societal issues and responsibilities and involving digital culture and exhibit legal and ethical practice in their professional practices. So the first part, teachers understand local and global societal issues and responsibilities in involving digital culture. Free Rice is basically like, hey, students, come online and do your multiplication problems. Everyone, you get it right, you get 10 grains. Once you get 5 right, you get 50 grains. And after you get 50 to 100 grains, something like that, you get a full bowl of rice. And once you fill your bowl of rice, you have actually fed somebody in a third world country that needs to be fed. So not only are the students learning what they need to learn for this standard, but they are also participating in global and societal issues and responsibilities by feeding the hungry while doing their multiplication tables. And the last one, engage in professional growth and leadership. I picked the Weebly, and I also picked the video that I posted with problem solving with arrays. I picked these because the Weebly is definitely a way to evaluate and reflect on current research and professional practices on a regular basis to make effective use of existing and emerging digital tools and resources in support of student learning. It is an online portfolio, so it is a way for the students to evaluate and reflect on everything that they have been learning this semester, or during this part of the school year, however you want to use it, constantly. They can constantly go back and look at this, they can constantly use this, and they can constantly mold it and make it their own. So, and then the second one that I picked was this video of solving a problem and building an array and using the array as like a double check mark for your work. Digital, it says exhibit leadership by demonstrating a vision of technology infusion, participating in shared decision making and community building, and developing the leadership and technology skills of others. So with this video, the student is definitely, well, the teacher as well, is definitely exhibiting leadership by demonstrating a vision of technology infusion. So this teacher is showing in this video what she wants her students to do with the technology to solve their problem that she has given them. I definitely feel as though once the students make this will help them develop their leadership, and it will definitely make them demonstrate their learning and understanding of something. I definitely feel as though both of these fall under this standard, and that is about it. So thank you so much, and I have had a great semester in this class. I hope you learned a lot.